Hi everyone, this is Jen with Scrappy Posh, and I am here with a ASC Supplies design team project. That is ASC Supplies on Etsy or asccraftsupplies.com, and you can use Scrappy Posh 10 for 10% off your normal price purchase. So today we're going to be using a Dreaming Team SVG teacup file. I am down to the scraps, and I mean the scraps of my Alice's Tea Party collection. This is what I have left. That's it. I have made the 8x8 album, I've made an 8x4 album or 4x8 album, I've made a 4x4 album, and the next tutorial is going to be the 2x2 album that matches my Stamperia Alice album. But before I did that, I wanted to make at least one 3D project, mostly because I like the way the pictures look when I put the pictures up if there's a 3D project in it. So this is the Vintage Teacup SVG file from Dreaming Tree. I thought it was like the fanciest one I could find, so I cut it out on my Cameo using 65-pound cardstock. And we're going to put it together. I probably won't get the 2x2 album up today because it's already 9 o'clock. So, but this is the bottom. This is the saucer, the little plate. And this whole project took 2 pieces of 12x12 solid cardstock, a piece of 8.5x11 solid, and then my scraps from my paper collection. I had one piece that was 4 inches by 12 inches long, and I kind of cobbled them all together. The only problem is that I had to put them like this, so on the teacup some of it's going to be going right side up and some of it's going to be going upside down. It's fine. It's fine. And then a piece of 8.5x11 cardstock. So it's not very much cardstock. If I had foresight, I probably could have gotten 2 teacups out of it, but I didn't know I wanted to do a 3D project. So there's that part of my saucer. And I distressed everything in peacock feathers, distress oxide. I don't know why I didn't use distress ink. It probably would have been cleaner, but that's okay. And then here's my little, did I tell you I had a 5x7 piece of pattern paper too? I kind of had to wiggle them around to get them on there, but this is part of the 5x7, and I have no idea how this is going to look with a cream cardstock back and a patterned front. We shall find out. I always find that when you think something's going to look funny, you just kind of have to put it together and see. You just have to take the leap, man. I was moving stuff around and I missed that. We'll have to put like a flower or something there. And there is my saucer all done up. And this is probably the most time consuming part, is the teacup. which, you know, it should be. Fold all the tabs in, oops, along the one side. And then this goes out. This goes out. This and this go in. So, okay. Now once you get everything folded, just start on one side and your teacup dips in and then goes out and out. So just put glue on one tab at a time until you get comfortable doing it. And the first one goes in and you just line up your score line with the outside of the cup next to it, and then you just go all the way up the cup doing the same thing. Just follow the contour. And then that's the profile of your cup right there. And you keep going around, and I'll be right back with when I get to the very end. Plan B, score tape. I found it easier to use score tape on that last one here. The glue's just not drying fast enough for my impatience. It's just me. So I just take some little pieces of score tape and do one side at a time. That's just for those two angled pieces, because the rest will be pretty easy. We have a little bit extra room here. You can see this one's down a little bit further because I got it closer to the bottom. I have this little extra here. We're just gonna have to cover it up with some kind of decoration. And there is the teacup. Now, these go on the outside, and they're scored to fit into place here. So that's pretty convenient. So I'm going to put the glue right on the backs of these. And the only one that's different is that handle one. Okay, and then the handle. I'm assuming there's two of the outlines just to make it rigid. and for the tabs to go on either side. So you don't glue the tabs together because you're going to spread those out on either side like this once it's in the teacup. Okay. Okay. And then you put the handle in the slits. Okay, so just take one, make sure the handle's in as good as it'll go. There we go. One more. I'm going to put another piece of score tape on the bottom. Dreaming Team has an assembly video too that's really good. I watched it. That's how I know how to do it. Had I not watched it, I would have been able to get most of it, but probably would have put something on, you know, backwards or something, or not in the right order or something like that. Okay. So the score tape worked really well in there. I have one of my tabs coming off. I'm going to glue him back down. I feel like if I just used tape it would have been easier, but this side of the handle I can tape down because it's already laying that way. Okay. And let's see if we can go ahead and glue this side down. It looks okay. Okay. So the other thing that I messed up is when I cut these, I didn't score them correctly. But I think that'll be okay. Actually I didn't score them at all, so but I'm going to use tape instead of glue, so these suckers stick. Okay, I just glued the insides on, and we're gonna get some lace for the top. Okay, I got this lace years ago, and it was part of the Say It with Pearls. So I have my hot glue gun heating up here. And we're just going to put this right around the rim. And we can do it in the front. It's not going to matter because we can cover it up. It matches the blue on here more than it matches the blue on the cup, but that's okay. Okay, now we can glue it onto the base. Okay. And then we can start to decorate. So on these flowers, I think I'm just going to put a couple on the inside here. This color. Just so when you're looking at it from the front, there's something there. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue on them. If I change my mind, you know, it won't be a big deal to move them. And then I have these little cloth butterflies that I've had for years. I got them from Wild Orchid. Same place we get our flowers. So I can just put the butterfly on there. I have a couple of these pearl hearts that I used on the small mini album. I'm just going to stick that there next to the butterfly and just make a little collage in here. We can use the white and blue. Use some of this pink and peach. Got some of these little white ones. These are all things that I've had for years and years and years. And we just need to use them. Got some more butterflies, blues, whites. I don't think we're going to use any metal. We're going to try and keep it soft. And then on the flowers that I've picked out, I'm just going to take this. This is like a pick that you would pick your vinyl with. But you can use a paintbrush or anything that you have, and you just wrap your little stems around. And they look like little vines. I have some skeleton leaves, some green leaves that I just usually cut off because I don't really like the So these already have greenery on them, but I want to put something on the handle there. So let's put this one. Let's go ahead and put like a rose and one of the white butterfly. Let's use the blue rose here and like the white butterfly. We'll just tuck them behind there. There we go. So he looks like that. I'm getting hot glue all over my mini album. It's okay. It comes right off. Okay. Now I want something on the base here. So I think let's start with one of the skeleton leaves. We'll do two actually, and we're just going to put one on the base. This is kind of like the front right here. Should I have started and ended the lace somewhere else or the ribbon somewhere else? Yes, probably. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so there's two skeleton leaves there. We're going to put our big roses there. This is a little bit pink. And we just start building up our little cluster. 3 clusters is a good number. I think I'm going to put another flower up here on this one, a smaller one. There we go. We'll put it under there on the handle. And then I think I'm going to we'll put a butterfly here, right where my lace met together. And then we're going to stick the leaves under there. First thing I'm going to do is stick them together. So I just put a dab of glue and then fold them. And then it kind of makes them more lifelike than having them just sticking straight out. Okay. And then all I do is put some glue underneath that flower. I'm going to take this leaf and I'm going to shove it the right way under there and just take something and poke it in. And you can get your little glue daubers off later with your heat gun. And do the same thing with this side. Right underneath the flower. Push him in there. There we go. And I think I want to put this little pink one. I got some. My butterfly is shedding. I don't want to cut his antler off. Antler. Antenna, not antler. Why do I always say that? Well, I'll fix it later. Okay, so there he is so far. I think we need one more butterfly like flying up here, and I can cover the fact that this panel is upside down by just putting him on there. And I put a little extra glue on there. I hope it doesn't come out of the bottom, but I'm also hoping that it makes his wings stick up. We can always cover up some excess. There's some excess there, so I'm like, let's cover it up with a bead. Okay, and then all these little flat backs, I think, well, let's put this flower here. I want a flower here for some reason. He can just be dropping straight down. I feel like I should put flowers on the other ones now too. Okay, and I'm just going to put these flat back pearls on with some regular glue, and I'm just putting them on the base. I got a bigger white one, a smaller white one, and a small blue one here. Not the blue one I wanted. I lost one. What do you guys think? I think this is as much embellishments that I've ever put on something. Well, maybe not ever, but in a long time anyways. I still have some extra here. I have a mini album I have to do the front of those, so I'm good with that. So there is my project, ASC Design Team project, ASC Supplies on Etsy, asccraftsupplies.com. Use Scrapping Posh 10 for 10% off your normal price purchases, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Head on over to Dreaming Team and get your teacup SVG file. We'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.